Showtime, a-holes.
I wonder where a guy, an everyday Joe like myself, can find a little action. It's showtime. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you the gatekeeper?
Come and listen to the idiot. Hey, everybody, the idiot's on.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Ladies, Jay and Silent Papa into his heels.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X proudly brings to you its WWF Tag Team Champion of the World, the Road Dogg Jesse James, the Badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaw. If you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Greetings, Hostile Tribe. Welcome to the Four Seasons Total Landscaping Studio. Today is Thursday, November 19th.
Hot start.
2020. Thanks for tuning in and listening to this Puckin Hostile Shoutcast number 97.
Because I totally forgot to look it up, but I know Jeremy Roenick wore number 97, so it's the JR
Rostislav
episode.
Plesla. Yeah.
Who?
Rostislav Plesla. Come on.
Who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Columbus Blue Jackets legend. Thank you.
I know who that was.
So,
See you on.
welcome to
all
our
night
lonely,
here.
desolate little corner of the worldwide wine, where we have been affectionately anointed the hockey meatballs of the hockey podcasting world. Thanks to our iTunes reviewers, and where we gather every couple of years to make hockey podcasts great again. And I don't have that clip. We are the self-proclaimed podcast of our favorite podcast of Derek Harms, Jake Pro, Jay McBoy in the Australian chapter, Eloisa in the Brazilian chapter, and Thrash and Burn in the South African chapter. I'm Gatekeeper, your favorite vertically challenged loudmouth goalie and the purveyor of this grand mess. I am joined here by the founder of the McRib Diet, the man formerly voted Blackhawks blogosphere's most eligible bachelor in a landslide, according to TrumpSingles.com, allegedly. Though the win a date with Fatrick contest has expired, folks. Old crabby shit hip himself. You affectionately remember him as Fatrick Stankus. Hello, sir.
Hello. Masks are not required at the stank tank for the recording.
To hear that filthy language from someone so marginally attractive is frankly very unpleasant.
Too soon.
We're doing a great job.
Also, our Generation Z member who helps us span 3 generations of Blackhawks or just belly aching. Former Portly basement trolling blogger named Patrick. Watch your beers around him, folks, because I think he's actually legal now.
Yeah, I turned 21 in July.
Mr. Patrick Norton, PD Norton 3. Hello, sir.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, it looks like you've got your first comment on YouTube too.
Oh, great. I don't want to see what it actually says.
Just somebody named Patrick chiming in saying, "Who's this bald bitch?"
Great. Yeah. Now see what I got to do here is I got a background for you guys, but I'm gonna have to change it. That'll be interesting. But yeah. So anyway, we got a lot of Blackhawks stuff that we could talk about. Unfortunately, neither one of these two tards watches or listens to the Blackhawks stuff. They're always, Mr. Norton's doing football and Mr. Stankus is doing God knows what.
His wife.
Racing. Yeah, that.
Yeah, exactly.
Racing.
Yeah. So here, I made a little background for you guys since we are in the Four Seasons landscaping studio.
Speaking of racing, you sound like a NASCAR driver now.
Well, here, I put together a little background for everybody. You can check it out here. You can see over here in the corner, I got old long-haired Stankus.
Ooh, that was a rough picture.
Yeah, that is rough. That's a rough look if I put it in there.
Is that going to help me with my? Is that a picture of me that you cropped my family out of?
Yes, the Cubs one. Yes.
Yeah.
because you had a dumb look on your face. I mean, dumber than this look.
Yeah, I think I was just not ready for a picture, but all right.
And then I got Mr. Stankus over here. No, the other side. He's eating a McRib there. And then, Mr. Harms. I got Mr. Harms over there. He's he's doing a little cameo. He's driving the little truck over there.
It's actually not a McRib. I'm eating a giant sandwich at the racetrack.
That's the behind the scenes stuff. Come on, man.
Hey,
you're not supposed to tell him that. And then I got to, because we're at the Four Seasons, we painted the Hostile World Order logo on the garage door, because this is where we're going to hold our press conference for today. We meant to do it at the Four Seasons Hotel, but we're going to do it at the Four Seasons Landscaping instead.
That joke went right over my
I don't
head.
think so, Tim.
At a very good price. We're going to fill it right up to the top. Two very big words.
Four Seasons.
Oh, great guy. Very tremendous. He's doing a fantastic job.
So anyway, Blackhawks stuff. There's a little bit, and then I got a whole bunch of other stuff that we could actually talk about because we haven't done this in so long. Last time we did it was I looked at the last date. It was March 30th, I think. So it's been 8 months that we've all been wearing masks, quarantined, all that other stuff, except for maybe Fatrick up there. He I don't know that.
No, I go out. I go to work every day. I went to 4 races this summer. Sue me.
Oh, you actually did go to races.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Yep. I didn't know that they were even having fans. Although they're probably down south where they don't care about COVID.
Well, I took my chances.
Yeah,
I'm here.
Speaking of taking chances, I'm going to actually be taking a flight to Florida on Thanksgiving Day. So
that's not a flight. That's a petri dish.
Yeah, I'm taking my life in my hands. But we have some N95 masks to keep away from the wildlife. And
I mean, even if it was pre-COVID, you'd still be sick by the time that you landed in Florida. So
exactly. And then when I come back, we're supposed to quarantine for 14 days. That's what they say. Yeah. Well, I don't go anywhere anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm always quarantined. So anyway, yeah. So the COVID stuff's going on. The NHL stuff is probably who knows when the NHL is going to actually really start, but a lot of things have happened since we recorded last. The first thing that I want to talk about, and this literally just came up 5 minutes before we started recording, is Patrick Kane had a kid, PK3, as he affectionately put it on the Twitter machines. That was a surprise to everybody. Nobody knew his girlfriend was pregnant. Nobody knew anything about any of this with everything else going on. So that was pretty interesting news. Anybody?
He finally slipped one past the goalie.
All right.
Was it an empty netter?
How do you like me now? How do you like me now?
I hate to bring that one back for you, Stankus.
I appreciate that, Clark.
What you drinking over there, sir?
Big Machine vodka. And
free ads.
Black cherry mix.
Yeah, and I got myself, because I know Jekyll doesn't like it. He says they're for hillbillies, is the RC here. So Pappy, my boy Pappy knows what I'm talking about. This is the best cola right here.
I agree with that.
Yeah. There's no doubt about it. It's got to be ice cold in the can, though. Can't be like warm in the bottle and all that.
Kind of sounds like it's not the best cola then.
No, the other stuff's even worse when it's warm and in the bottle. But cola's best when it's cold. It's ice cold.
Yeah, of course. You're telling us stuff as if we don't know it already.
Yeah, I mean, look at you.
I've got a bigger head than you. A lot more knowledge in here.
I know you've got you've got an IV of cola in your veins.
Well, at least my knowledge isn't escaping through the top. So.
He finally gets a joke in after this many years.
Is it nice to wear headphones and finally feel something on your head for the first time in 20 years?
You should have seen him in his Halloween costume.
Oh, God.
That thing was like a skyscraper on you.
It was huge. I was inside.
What was it? A munchkin?
I could have fit 3 people inside that costume. No, I was one of those blow up dinosaur or blow up. I was the guy from Monsters Inc. The big one, Kitty.
Did that joke blow right over your head?
Yes.
Yeah, we're not laughing. No pity today.
Yeah. All right, back to the Blackhawks. So Kane had a kid. It is
shorthanded.
Yeah, it is what it is. The other thing too, the reverse retro jerseys. This should get a little more fanfare out of you guys. The reverse retro jerseys came out, and I was not a big fan of most of them. I like the Avs one because it's got the Nordiques logo on it. I like the Carolina one because it's got the Whalers logo on it. Other than that, I thought almost all of them were garbage.
So is the concept of reverse retro to use previous colors, but on like a new style? I'm kind of confused on what it means.
Well, first of all, reverse retro is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. That's a stupid term.
Yeah.
Call it anything else. Like some of the other guys were saying.
Penis retro. Got it. All right.
Reverse remix, reverse something. So, like reverse retro isn't reverse retro. Reverse retro is future. So what it is, it's supposed to be a retro type jersey and the colors are supposed to be reversed. That's technically what it's supposed to be. It's not that in all the cases though.
No.
Like Minnesota, they did kind of like a North Stars themed jersey, but with a wild logo on it. Okay, that's sort of reverse retro. I'll give them that. But like the Blackhawks, they just did a black jersey and they put one of the old one of like the Winter Classic logo on the front of it, and that's it. That's what they did. It looks like a practice jersey. I have to be honest with you. It's the exact.
So I don't mean to interrogate you here.
Yeah,
but you're telling me like, see, that's good reverse retro. 5 seconds after you said, I don't even really know what reverse retro means. So how do you know what is perfect reverse retro?
Well, for what they say,
no idea what it is.
No, for what they say is reverse retro. Okay. I don't agree with what they said, but that was their explanation to what the jersey is.
All right.
Yeah. They didn't just release it out there and then not tell everybody what it is. They told everybody what it is. It doesn't make sense to me. It sounds stupid, but that's what they claim it is. So, but yeah, there's a whole list of them. There's the Red Wings jersey, just looks like a white practice jersey with a Red Wings logo on it. And I mean, there's a handful of them. The Sharks jersey looks ugly. The Ducks jersey is that old Wild Wing, but they did it really. It looks cheap. It looks like one of those sublimated jerseys that you get for roller hockey, but a bad version of it.
Looks like a pro beach hockey jersey.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I thought those were either really, really good or really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Kings one is the best.
Yeah.
For the
Islanders, I don't.
Yeah. I agree. The Kings is pretty good.
The Islanders,
I like that they brought that
different.
Well, they changed the silver and black Kings logo to the purple or forum blue.
I said the Islanders. I don't know what the Islanders did different.
They did. It's just a darker shade of blue. That's all it is. Okay. The Blues is horrible because it's red. It looks nasty. The Capitals is all red. It looks nasty.
I thought the Blue Jackets was good.
It was okay. Yeah, but
I didn't mind the Capitals either though.
I'm not big on those. Like Blue Jackets with a red jersey. Like, are they the Red Jackets now or what? What's
did they even try with Winnipeg?
Winnipeg, yeah. It's just a great
that was
jersey.
Bad. Yeah.
It's just a great jersey. I think it looks like shit too.
I didn't think the Canucks one was bad.
Canucks is okay. I didn't like that fade. They did like a fade color thing, like blue to green. And I think
gradient,
that looks silly. What's that?
Gradient?
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I just know what the term is. Get off my back. Good Lord.
All Nashville
okay, there, Mr. Smarty Pants.
All
Mr.
Nashville did was bring back their original jersey.
Yeah, well, I mean, Vegas with the red, they did but at least Vegas, they put their third logo on there. Mm-hmm. I kind of like that logo. It's like the crossed swords.
Yeah.
Swords. But it's red. I mean, I don't know. Some of these teams, I didn't.
Glad you're not colorblind. It's red.
Shut up. The Coyotes, they had a good idea going with the Kachina jersey, but they made it purple, so that looks stupid. I mean,
yeah, it looks like they used the colors from the old Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty close. The Bruins did absolutely nothing but made a gold jersey. They've worn gold jerseys before, so
can we talk about Calgary bringing back the flaming horse?
Oh, I love it. The flaming snot dragon.
Yeah,
that was Fatrick's nickname in high school.
Nicely done.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fatrick, the flaming snot dragon. Yeah, that one actually looks pretty cool. I like that one. That's one of the few that I would actually consider dropping money on. I'm not going to buy any of these, but if I
want Santa to bring me the Kings one.
Yeah, there you go.
I hope my roommate was listening to that.
She better be watching in the other room. We
gotta hurry up. Station 19 and Grey's Anatomy are on tonight.
You know that's the worst when you say stuff like that in our private chat, and then we can't tell if you're actually joking or not at this point in time.
I don't know.
We don't know anymore. We
I go to bed yet?
You're 21 now. You could stay up past 9.
I work tomorrow.
Oh, so do I. Anyway, rolling through these jerseys. Florida did their original logo. That's kind of cool.
What, the cat with tiny little back legs? Yeah. That looks like you on a jersey.
Well, maybe.
Remember when Gate was height shaming Alex DeBrincat? It's like, okay, you're still looking up at him.
No, I am not.
Yeah, you are.
No. Let's see. The Devils, the Predators. I don't think. To me, the Predators jersey doesn't look any different.
They didn't try.
Gold Preds jersey. The Devils, they did a green jersey,
which I kind of like.
Yeah.
The
Rangers, they put the Statue of Liberty one again with that logo on just a plain blue jersey.
What the hell was Buffalo thinking?
I don't like the Buffalo one.
I don't either.
It looks like a NASCAR car.
A NASCAR car?
Yeah.
Is that what they use?
Well, with how it says
you
Buffalo.
Confirm that, Stankus? Do they use cars in NASCAR?
What's that?
Sure they don't use monster trucks in the derbies.
Monster car derbies.
Monster car derbies.
Monster car derbies.
No, because it says Buffalo right on like the front, but on like the bottom.
Yeah, before you were born, they had an alternate jersey that was red and black like that.
Now Norton.
Yeah.
Nothing mattered before I was born.
Full transparency. Norton asked when Jeremy Roenick was number 97.
So when? When? I don't know.
Hashtag now Norton.
He was the first NHL player to wear number 97 with Arizona.
Through the entire 2001 till 2000 when he retired, 2008. For those entire 8 years, he wore number 97.
I thought he was 27 with the Sharks.
No, not according to what hockey reference. Hockey reference.
Well, fuck
I'm gonna wag my finger at you.
Anyway, you can go look that up so you can try and prove me wrong. But I'm gonna go through the rest of these jerseys. Philly didn't do anything really that great.
Snore.
Pittsburgh is the white with the Pittsburgh.
He's number 27 in San Jose. Fuck off.
Speaking of San Jose, that jersey sucked.
No, I said 27. He was 27 in San Jose.
Okay.
Fatrick said that he was wrong, but he was actually right.
Oh. I didn't listen much in school, so.
And math wasn't your best subject. So.
No, it wasn't.
No shit.
Boy, you might be legally retarded.
That's for both of you.
The R word.
Yeah.
You dumb son of a bitch.
I pulled those just for you boys.
Fuck them.
Toronto, they didn't really try. Tampa Bay, they didn't really try. Yeah, that's all of them. So they weren't all that great. It was this big reveal because there's nothing else going on since the draft already happened. I just thought They're garbage. And unless I could find them at the discount store, I probably wouldn't buy one. So I'd accept it as a gift, like you said, Stankus, but I wouldn't, anyway. On top of all that, there was the postseason thing that went on this summer. John McDonough was fired. They've announced somewhat a quote unquote rebuild. These are all things that have happened, which the rebuild thing should be no surprise to anybody, but it was apparently. The McDonough being fired thing, great, wonderful.
Good.
It hasn't changed anything.
Long overdue.
Yeah, it was long overdue for sure. They needed to clean more house than just McDonough, because he was more than the problem. But as you've seen, it hasn't gone well since then. The postseason thing, that was a whole sham. They get some pity invite to this extra expanded playoffs. They beat a Oilers team who just couldn't stop the puck. Had no goalie that could stop the puck. I think Stankus was in net for him for a couple of games.
No comment. At least our team won a game in the Pittsburgh tournament.
Oh, we're gonna go here again.
Very big words.
Big deal.
But anyway, they played a terrible team. Actually, the Oilers should have beat them. And that's just a testament to how bad the Oilers are, not how good the Blackhawks actually were. It was great. They played 5 more games than we really thought they were going to. And they weren't in it in the series against Vegas at all. The only reason they stole any games at all in that series was because Corey Crawford stood on his head. And then they turned around and told him they don't want to pay him for more than 1 year. So that happened too. They're just a bad team. They're a bad team. They can't move out big contract.
What was fun about Vegas, I'm pretty sure he got one right at the end, but in games after Robin Lehner had a shutout, he was 0-5, and I think he may have won 1 right at the end. So he finished 1-5 in games after he had a shutout in the playoffs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
1-4 maybe, but yeah.
I might have heard that, yeah.
Easy bets right there.
Yeah. Oh, the big betting man here. He's going to tell us what the line is.
Can we see some ID, please?
I just got the horizontal one.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I know. I'm growing up right before your very eyes.
What, do you got a filing cabinet under half of your ass? You can't even get your wallet out?
Look at that.
Ooh.
They asked me to... So I updated my weight, but I didn't update my height because they never asked for it. So I got fatter, but I didn't get taller, which is kind of bullshit because I was 16 the last time that was updated.
Did they tell you were obese based on your statistics?
No, but my doctor did. They don't have any right at the DMV.
No, they just want to get you out of there.
No, there are 2 stars, one for the real ID and one for obesity. Right?
I have a bigger chunks of corn in my crop.
Oh, I'm not ready for this world where Norton is illegal to drink.
You better
can't go to a bar, so
yeah. I drove out to Kansas last weekend, and that was my first time being inside of a restaurant since February.
Oh, I've gone out I've gone out to restaurants and stuff, but done the
Mongo McMichael's.
Oh,
that's the last time I've been out.
You actually went there? I've never even been there. I've lived here 12 years and I've never gone there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the last time that we recorded, he was saying that he was there.
Oh no, there is a really good restaurant. And I know this is really it's
eye popping.
Basically between you and I, because unless any of these people live out in Plainfield, it's not going to matter to them. But it's a place called Crafted. It's right not in downtown Plainfield, kind of in the outskirts. Really good food there, and they have craft brew and stuff like that there too. But
what's their wine selection like?
I'm not ready, and not only am I not ready for a world where Mr. Norton there, he's trying to show off his drink, but no one's going to see it because he's not talking.
Well, it's a light. It's not.
Oh, okay. All right. Not only am I not ready for a world where Norton is drinking, but I'm not ready for a world where Fatrick isn't drinking or he's just drinking wine.
And not eating Big Machine vodka.
I had a frozen blueberry margarita the other day. Hands down, best alcoholic beverage that I've had. It was so good.
Yeah. I mean, I've had green apple.
It's candy. I get it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was just very good.
No, I like the sweet drinks too, but
yeah,
Stankus, he was Mr. Bush Light or something.
I'm still a Bush Light drinker.
Well, I think we're gonna have to put that on the ticker. He's still a Bush Light drinker.
There was one night I think we sat out till 1 a.m, killed about 10 Bush Lights, I want to say.
If Uncle Roosevelt is sticking his stubs right into a cooler, what's he pulling out?
Well, he's dead now, so.
Oh God, is he really?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Got him.
You were just talking about him, so I was like, it had to have been within the last couple of days.
Those aren't tears of sadness. Those are tears of joy from me.
Tears of a clown.
If I can be serious for a minute.
Be nice, otherwise you're going to smack it with one of his stumps.
Is he going to listen to this? No, he probably doesn't know how, right?
If it has anything to do with sports, he is not listening to anything.
And his flip phone won't be able to handle
He
this.
still has that. I garbage picked most of the sports stuff out of his garage a couple weeks ago, so.
Oh, God.
I didn't go for the sleeveless Roosevelt shirt, though.
That would look great. I mean, I could see out the yard raking leaves with the sleeveless Roosevelt shirt on. You'd be the only one that owns one.
I only cut the grass. I don't rake. We don't have any trees.
Yeah, but the wind does blow. Trust me, I've raked three times already. Anyway, no one cares about my yard.
Well, it's really paying off too around that waistline. That means you're fat and bald.
Thanks.
When's the last time you shaved? March 10th?
No, it's been a couple of years. I've trimmed it, but I haven't shaved.
Trying to pull off that Joe Thornton look?
Yeah. I pull it off much better than Joe Thornton.
Yeah, he's a dickhead. I hope he never wins the Stanley Cup.
Well, he's in Toronto now, so he's not going to win.
Him and Marlowe. You can ride that douche canoe to retirement without a Stanley Cup ring.
Rude. Anyway,
with Mike Smith tailing behind.
Oh yeah, Mike Smith. That guy is a douche. I got to give him a little credit though. He did wear the Mike Vernon throwback setup, so he's endeared me a little bit. But other than that,
you're kind of a coward.
Yeah, he's a douche. And then Edmonton re-signed him to back up. Or actually, he's going to be a starter, probably with Koskinen. I think Koskinen's coming back too. But
Koskinen shouldn't even be a goalie with that number 19.
Yeah, that is
that breaks all rules. It's like wearing 48 being a goalie too.
No, you got to either wear number 1 or 20 or higher.
I wore number 1.
Not fitting at all.
You could pull it out of the closet right now too.
I could go pull my Rundblad jersey out of the closet.
Oh, we should go through what jerseys we have because I got an Alexander Frolov from the KHL too.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got an Anisimov, which is worthless right now.
Worthless right now is worthless when you bought it.
My Trevor Daly jersey massively outperforms all of them. Same with my Trevor Van Riemsdyk.
Well, Trevor Daly. I mean, he retired, so I mean,
I got Ryan Garbutt too.
Stop buying jerseys, please, for the love of God.
You got to turn that into a Larmer. That Garbutt.
I don't know.
I turned my Letty into a Kubalik.
I want to turn my daily one into either Lassi Kukkonen or Magnus Johansson.
Lassi Kukkonen. Jeez, that's a name.
Magnus Johansson sounds like a Hawaii 5-0 character.
Hawaii 5-0.
Sounds more like a Die Hard character.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hans Gruber and Magnus Johansson.
I wish my Trevor Van Riemsdyk wasn't one of the Stadium Series jerseys because it had Carl Stewart written all over it if it was a regular Hawks jersey.
Here we go down the obscure jersey road. Let's try to get this back on track just a little bit because this is going to go even more off the track as things go on.
At least we're
watching
talking
TV
hockey.
right now.
What?
I said I'm watching TV right now.
Yeah. So you know how much people are paying attention to this if you can't even pay attention to this.
Well, yeah, but that's not really saying much.
You never paid attention to the first place. Yeah, we
never did. Never will.
What were you saying, Stankus, about the hockey thing?
Well, I said at least we were sticking to the point that we were talking hockey and not about something else.
It is going to go off the rails because I got a lot of other subjects that have nothing to do with hockey. So anyway,
well, at least this took off.
Yeah. unlike a KHL plane, right?
Maybe. Those jokes will never get old. That was for you,
Doing a great job.
LaPonte.
Not 100%, but 90%.
All right. So next on the outline, what do we got
You in
here?
a hurry? You got somewhere to be?
Moving to the Kraken. Yeah, not here.
Yeah, Taco Bell closes at midnight.
This kid acted like he doesn't want to be here.
No.
We didn't finish talking about the Hawks. John McDonough.
No, hold on. Fatrick brought up a very interesting point. Taco Bell took some value menus off their item, and I haven't been back.
Took
since.
some value menus off their item.
Oh, I want to go to bed. I haven't had Taco Bell in a long time.
Very important, and should this happen in the future, which we hope it never does, but it will, I guess, somewhere out there. Some bad ones over the years, and I guess that'll continue to an extent, but we hope it never happens.
What? All right. So the Hawks stuff. The river. We already talked reverse river. We already talked Patrick Kane. We already talked postseason. McDonough and the rebuild. Long overdue, like you said, Pat. But it's not going to happen with the way they've been running the team since McDonough left anyway. Same old bullshit, different year.
It's not going to happen with Bowman in charge.
Yeah. They went out there and they did that transparency thing and they gave that letter out. Sure, the fans will accept it, but you actually have to follow up and do something. And they're not going to do anything. They didn't hardly sign anyone in the in free agency. Their draft was meh at best. They drafted a second-round player in the first round who's going to probably end up being a depth forward, the next Dominic Cahoon. And so that was not much of anything. Really the only bright future that we know of right now is Kirby Dach. We don't know what Boqvist is going to turn into. I mean, he had a rough first season. He may turn into a great, huh?
A traffic cone?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he basically was. They got Ian Mitchell coming, which we don't know what he is. He's coming right out of college. So you can't he's not Cale Makar. He's not Quinn Hughes. So he's probably going to spend some time in Rockford because there just isn't enough room for players on the team. So I don't know. I mean, this brings me to where I'm at right now. And I'm going to rant a little here. I know, shocking. That I had been thinking about this for a little while, and I haven't officially announced it on podcasts or anything like that. But I decided
whatever it is, we will support you.
Can we get the breaking news background?
Hey, don't ask for too much technology here. I had to put all this background together for you, and I had to get this all running while you just had to pedal your ass home. So we only have so much stuff. I could do this. we could do that for the drama. But anyway, so I decided after the draft, and I've spent the entire year just fighting with meatheads online about the Blackhawks and all these ridiculous things that they just won't accept. They won't accept what the team is. And then you got the front office who's lying to everybody. And, they finally came out and did a transparency thing, but they're not really following through on much of it. They're just cutting costs right at this point in time. They're not really rebuilding. They're just bringing in guys to fill spaces. Rebuilding would mean moving people out, older players out and moving younger players in, which they haven't done. So I just got tired of it. And I decided that I'm not up for covering the Blackhawks anymore. So I'm not going to cover the Blackhawks anymore. I'm going to move over to the Kraken division. I'm going to start it all fresh. Do the Seattle Kraken. I'm going to have fun. A fan base that actually wants to learn, wants to hear the truth, and maybe might listen to it, which is not what the Blackhawks fan base. Quite frankly, the Blackhawks fan base has turned into what the Blues and Nashville has turned into. It's just they don't want to hear anything. They complain if you tell them things are bad, because things are bad. You're being too negative. Well, then what are we supposed to talk about? Because there's nothing good going on right now. You can only talk about Kirby Doc so much. So I decided to move on, and I'm gonna I still love the Blackhawks. I still will watch the Blackhawks and everything, but I'm moving on to the Kraken. I'm gonna start something brand new there. I'm gonna start a whole new podcast there. I'm gonna do my own thing, and I'm gonna let the guys over at the rink do their thing with whatever they're gonna do with the Blackhawks stuff. So that's my official announcement on that part of it. It's not a big deal, but I just thought I would address it because it hasn't really been, other than the people that our writers over at the rink. No one really knew. You could probably tell by looking at my Twitter feed because I'm retweeting a lot of Kraken stuff, and
so I can unfollow you finally. We're good with that. All right.
I could block you finally. That's what's actually probably really going to happen. But yeah, so I just want to try. I want to start something new, start something fresh, without this fan base that's in denial and all this stuff. And I can't fight with people anymore. I got tired of telling people how things are by supporting it with statistics and everything. And basically, like a lot of the country right now, they just are like, well, no, that's not it. And they just refuse to believe it. No matter how many facts you place in front of them, they would just deny it. And this is a loud minority of the fan base, but still it's getting to be insufferable. And I don't want to have to fight with people. I don't want to be miserable doing it. So I'm going to cover hockey for some other team right now, because I can, because I'm the boss. So
you guys have an LA Kings writer?
We could. Trust me, we're a Toronto writer. We're trying to get a Blue Jackets division started. We got an Avalanche division. We've actually got a group of ladies that want to do the end. You got
to insert the Trump clip now of losers, because you just named the Kraken, Hawks, Maple Leafs.
Stop your lips from flapping for 2 little minutes.
Actually, we can have the Hollywood podcast with Stankus.
There we go. The Hollywood Kings.
Yeah. And
we could get Hollywood Hogan clips. You could wear the old school NWO stuff.
I might be down for this.
Hey, Eddie, I know a guy that can make it happen.
Who's that? Do I have to call him up on the Campbell soup line?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Boy, you might be legally retarded.
You dumb son of a bitch.
I had to pull the Trebeck clips because Trebeck died. I mean, that's in here too, but yeah, I had to pull some Trebeck stuff. So
not so fast, Trebeck.
I wanted to pull more of the Sean Connery ones, but it was just that was all I could find at the time. I have limited time in the day to do stuff.
Clearly,
yeah. So that's pretty much hockey stuff. You guys got any other hockey stuff that I missed that you guys would want to bring up?
I would like you to apologize to Gary Bettman and everybody at the NHL, because you said they wouldn't pull this off, and they did.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I did. I said they weren't going to. I didn't think there was a chance in hell they fuck everything up.
Now
They
eat that vanilla Tootsie Roll and shut up.
They did it better than any other league did.
They did. You know why?
No.
They stayed in Canada.
Auto racing pulled it off too, but
it's sport,
and that's a traveling sport.
You poor thing. To have to
Patrick, can we get a rant on iRacing?
Right there.
Hi, welcome to Nazi Canada.
Go back to Canada, Guy Lafleur.
That's why they pulled it off, because they did it in Canada, where actually the regulations were being followed for a period of time. Not like here, where it's like the wild fucking west here.
Like Thunderdome.
Yeah, it is. It's like Thunderdome here.
Rocky Four. He dies.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, okay, yeah, I definitely say that I didn't. I mean, anyone with half a brain, I think Norton probably bet that they wouldn't pull it off. He's the big betting man.
No, that clearly was going to work. I don't know why you were so down on it.
It's like he got swept in the first round of the playoffs.
Because the NHL does anything right. They barely do anything right.
And I know that you threw this in there as like as like a flyer in what you were talking about, but at the end of the day, and I get that it may have hurt the draft future of the Hawks and whatnot, I was pretty happy to see 8 more hockey games this year, even if they lost 5 of them. It was just, nice to see.
Sure.
So, and I get it. I mean, I totally get it.
If you're going to run your franchise on, well, it was nice to see, or whether you were going to get a player that was going to actually, in the draft, that was going to actually make your team better.
There was no one that we were probably going to get that would have done that. Unless
you could have at 10. You could have at 10. You could have got Askarov at 10. That's a franchise goalie. That's a future franchise goalie.
Could have got
now you're stuck with Malcolm Subban.
But do you think that the Chicago Blackhawks developmental team and the war room was going into the draft thinking, all right, we're about to enter a rebuild phase. Let's go with a goalie in the first round. And that's not saying that that's not the wrong pick, because we've had this conversation before, and we've said that the stigma needs to be broken that goalies can't be drafted in the first round, correct?
Yeah.
I don't think that the Blackhawks front office is forward thinking enough to pull that off.
Well,
even if they were in the top 10,
I sort of agree with you that that I don't think they are progressive enough to think that. But word on the street, or at least what they were saying, was that he was one of the players they were looking at.
Okay.
Now
fair enough.
That's not saying that they still wouldn't have taken another player instead of him, but they could have. I think there were players there were better players for them to pick at the position where they actually really picked that would have made more of a difference than this kid. This kid, I mean, he's probably going to be a decent, good, solid NHL player, but he's a two-way forward that's going to probably play second line at best, maybe third line, be a good two-way. He's going to be Brandon Saad when Brandon Saad was good. That's what he's going to maybe be. That's going to be his ceiling. Now, they could have brought in, another dynamic forward to then, work with Kirby Dach for the next, part of the future. They could have moved up. They could have done a lot of things. What they don't have in the system is a goalie. They've got Colin Delia, who, while I love him to death, I don't know that he's ready to be an NHL starting goalie just yet. Kevin Lincoln has never played an NHL game. Malcolm Subban has been through like 4 different organizations and can't seem to stop a puck at any of them. And that's your 3 goalies for the future. And now they drafted this kid, Drew Comesso, in the second round, and he may turn out to be something. But
I'll argue they shouldn't have been in the situation if they had adequate planning 5 or 6 years ago, maybe back to 2014, when they could have traded down. They didn't have to draft them where they would have been, but if they would have drafted Thatcher Demko, you play out the timeline, you could have handed him the reins now, versus you have no plan whatsoever with goalie. You have 2 cardboard cutouts when you were going to let Crawford go. They didn't plan ahead. They fell in love with the fact of Corey Crawford's our goalie of the future. Well, he was already approaching 30. You have to plan ahead, and they didn't do that.
Yeah. And they could have
And
done
now
it.
look where you're at.
The year they drafted Yoki Haru. Yoki Haru was a good pick, but look what they've done with him since. The year they picked Yoki Haru, Jake Ottinger, who's probably going to be the backup in Dallas this year, would have at least been ready to at least take a shot at, playing in the NHL now. They would have developed.
If he's the backup in Dallas, who's gone?
Ben
Bishop. Ben Bishop might not play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's hurt. He had like surgery or something like that.
Didn't
so
he
he's gonna
shit
be
his
out.
pants against the Hawks in the final?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, they've had a couple of times where they could have picked up goalie, even if they would have picked some of these guys in the second round, but like they didn't. The most they drafted Alexa Gravel, who they didn't sign. They let his rights lapse, which I don't know why, because they said it was going to take too long to develop him. But they have Matt Tompkins in the system, whose ceiling now is a third string AHL goalie, and he's been in the system since 2013 or 12.
Where's Matt Carruth?
Yeah, Matt Carruth. I mean,
selling used cars somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I saw his name somewhere. I think he's playing over in like Austria or some crap like that.
With Kyle Beach.
Yeah, and Scott
Kyle Bond.
Kyle Bond, Scott Darling. Yeah,
I heard Darling signed a PTO with the Panthers.
Florida, yeah.
But I don't know, maybe, but I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he did like 2 days ago.
No, wonderful. He was actually just at Darien at the Darien Sportsplex at picking up equipment. The guy who runs the pro shop there posted a picture on the internet.
Yeah, and then Darling he posted a picture on his Twitter feed of, or maybe his Instagram feed or something, of his cars loaded up with equipment heading down there.
Great. I can go visit him while I'm down there.
He's a former classmate of my wife.
That's unfortunate. I think she's a better athlete, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's her achievement award, right?
Yeah. Notice no Stankus achievement awards.
Actually, mine's above right there when I beat her one time at bowling.
Was she bowling left-handed while you were bowling right-handed?
Doesn't matter.
Is she the reason why Scott Darling drinks?
Oh,
God.
Hashtag the wife. We gotta revisit that. Yeah. So anyway, back to that. The goalie thing. They could have drafted a goalie. They could have done something if they would have been in the 10 spot. There were some players, some pretty good players that actually slid down the draft a little bit. And maybe they would have been better than Lucas Reichel. I don't know why they were so in love with Reichel.
Probably the name.
Yeah. Well, me being an old Flames fan, I recognized the name right away. I thought it was his son, not his nephew, but
that's like saying like you acquired Robitaille and you're like, yes, you got Luke Robitaille. No, we got Randy Robitaille. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Tell me that it wasn't Rubitale.
Oh no.
Watch Sudden Death.
Hashtag now Norton.
We're doomed.
So anyway, but the moral of the story is the Blackhawks, I mean, they say they're going to do this rebuild thing, and they kind of had to, because everyone was trying to call them out on it, and everyone knew that they had to do it, and they were doing something to cut payroll, cut players, and all that stuff. So they came out and said, yeah, we're kind of rebuilding. We think the rebuild may have started. And then Stan Bowman did his bullshit tour of all the podcasts and lied to everybody. Except on the I'm not even a fan of the podcast, the Spittin' Chicklets, but I thought that, or not Spittin' Chicklets, but the Barstool, the other Barstool one,
Redline Radio.
Yeah,
was the other one that did them. Yeah,
I thought that was the best one of them all,
because they were real with him. They were like, we haven't liked what you've done.
And when he said something, like he was like, oh yeah, going into this playoff, we thought we had a real chance to win the Stanley Cup. And he called him on it, and he said, listen, really? Come on, Stan, really? Like everybody knew that you guys weren't going to the Cup, and Stan pushed back, and then he pushed back. And so I have to credit him on that. I mean, I can't deny that. I don't like the guy, but I think he, out of all the podcasts in the Chicago area, I thought that was the one that I actually picked up the most out of and got the most from. So I got to give him credit. He did a good job on that one.
This rebuild's going to go as well as the rebuild of Weber Road over 55.
I'm laughing, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, again, that's our little world over here that we live in.
Inside
So
joke.
you live over there.
You should form a neighborhood watch.
We don't need a neighborhood watch. No one wants to come in our neighborhood. Look at us.
That's why the wife is never going to get pregnant.
Oh
wow, that was a low blow. I can't wait to explain myself when she listens to this tomorrow at work.
I think she's got a pretty good sense of humor, so I think she'll get it.
Yeah, she puts up with me, so.
No shit.
That is definitely a job all in itself, is putting up with
it. It is.
Yeah. Although I did see a nice picture on the Facebooks of you washing her car for her, so apparently she gets some kind of perk out of it.
Yeah, I enjoy washing the cars. Sense of pride, do it yourself.
I don't do anything myself anymore. I'm getting too old for that.
I did see the toilet outside of your house one night.
What, Stankus?
I did see a toilet outside your house one day when I was going
Yes,
to work.
you did. Yes, you did. Actually, there's probably been a couple toilets outside in my house, and there's going to be another one coming up in probably a couple of weeks. We are
working for Pritzker now.
Yeah, there you go. I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm working on my taxes.
It's a wide load.
We're trying to remodel so we can vacate the premises and get a bigger house someday. After 12 years, it's about time. Plus, I heard some riffraff moved into the neighborhood. So,
by the way, thanks for taking those branches and leaving all the ones with the thorns.
Well, what can I say? That may or may not have been the plan. I came over with gloves, but I'm not putting all that in the back of my truck. Plus, we cut down. We had to trim the trees over here too, so I got plenty of other firewood now. All right. So, moving out of hockey, we're going to move into some other not cool.
Either Stankus has a really dumb look on his face, or he's been frozen for a little bit.
I think he has a really dumb. We may have lost his internet because he's definitely frozen. I could put it on the gallery view so everyone can see. Oh, there he went. He's gone. He'll be back. Anyway, well, let's see. Fatrick loses a tooth. Someone added that, thankfully, to the outline. We kind of addressed that in the pre. Him and my son are missing the same tooth. So anyway, Norton, you still there?
Yeah, I'm just making sure that he knows that he can just click the same link.
Yeah. Thank you. You got to spell it out for him. All right.
YOU space CANCLICK THESAMELINK. You can.
He might have totally lost his internet too. He might not even be seeing that. Some things never change. This is the same shit that used to happen to him when he was living in his parents' basement in Evergreen Park. It's literally the same shit.
Well, considering that he's not going to really have much input on this, you can go to the PlayStation 5 portion of this.
There you go. You might have a little input on that.
Yeah. We'll see.
All right. Well, and it also ties in with a question that was sent in. But so the PlayStation 5 stuff, we'll see if Mr. Stankus joins back in. But so PlayStation 5 was, there he is. Here he comes. PlayStation 5 was released, and here comes Stankus again. There he is.
Hey, we got him. He's connecting to the audio.
Slower than ever. There he is.
I brought the shitty internet service with me.
I know, that's what I said. This is literally the same thing that happened to you when you lived in your parents' basement in Evergreen Park.
That's weird though, because that's never happened since we've been here. So,
well, that's because you probably don't stream very much video.
No. I was wondering what happened.
Well, with the wife's OnlyFans account, you never know.
You're pushing your luck a little, man.
Ouch.
Hey, you don't know where I am. You thought I was in a hotel earlier.
That one hurt.
Man.
Attention, Canada. I'm here to fix your backward ass country. Number one, get real money. Don't know what board game this came from, but it's a joke.
Please, Norton, don't punch any of my teeth out.
Speaking of that, we did just mention your tooth, that you have the same smile as my 8-year-old son.
Yeah, well, long story short, my cap broke last week, and I'm getting it fixed tomorrow. So
too much candy as a baby.
Legally retarded.
The worst part is like 2 days or a day before I had told the wife, I go, my cap feels loose, and I'm driving home from work and chewing gum. I'm like, there wasn't a gap there before. Now I'm like Michael Strahan.
Michael Strahan.
Thank you.
Nice.
So tomorrow we're gonna start the repairs, and $2,500 later will be fixed.
He's also getting neutered apparently too.
Can they do something with the rest around here?
No.
No, they can't fix that.
It's a terminal sentence.
Hey, Little Red Riding Hood, could we look a little more professional?
I know. Look at him. That's like the pot calling the kettle black. Look at this guy.
I
look comfortable.
Dressed for success.
Dressed for something. Dressed for a funeral.
I was just at one. Thank you very much.
Uncle Roosevelt, didn't you hear?
I don't think so, Tim.
Close. It was my grandfather, but
Well, way to bring us all down, Stankus.
So Alex Trebeck, Eddie Van Halen, and
wait, no, we got to go back to the PlayStation. We were talking about PlayStation when Stankus busted in the door.
I was trying to get a topic out of the way that Stankus would have absolutely no input on anyway.
Yeah, I go PlayStation, and then all of a sudden it's
when you're done with your PlayStation 5 rant, I've got another PlayStation story for you.
All right, PlayStation 5. Yeah, so PlayStation 5 came out. They fucked up the pre-sale. They fucked up the release. Only like very few people can actually get their hands on the actual box. And now they've resorted to Twitter accounts that have to announce when these waves of this thing are going to be. No, I know you want to talk. I'll let you talk in a minute.
Hold on. Have you ever had your hands on a box?
Oh, look who's talking. We're living in mom and dad's house over there.
Even I can't say that anymore.
Yeah, and we know you hadn't for a while. So no one can get their hands on this thing through online, through Amazon, through Best Buy, through Walmart. And now I've got to follow Twitter accounts that announce when these next waves are going to be. And as soon as you try to get on to try and get one, they're sold out immediately. Today, Walmart did a wave of PS5s, and the ones that were available didn't even really get sold because their website crashed and kicked everybody out. I'm glad I really didn't wait around for that, but it's ridiculous in this day and age when companies like Apple have very successful releases of new devices, and when everyone goes out and gets new iPhones on when they're released, and they announce them on like a Wednesday, and they say they're going to be available Friday, and people are actually getting them on Friday. And Sony announced this like 3 months ago that they were going to release this. Didn't even really do any real good pre-sales. You had to have secret codes, or you had to get them from somebody else, or you had to be a member of a website, or sign up for this or sign up for that for these pre-sales. Those people definitely got them, but the day of the release, hardly anyone got any. They were released in waves on the Walmart website, and no one could get them. It's garbage. It's garbage the way they ran this thing. And sure, for a company like that, I guess it creates some kind of, internet buzz and all that stuff. But this is not, I said this earlier today on Twitter, this is not the Cabbage Patch Kids of 1983 where people are fighting in the store for this stuff. Like, there's so many avenues to be able to get these devices through, whether it's through the mail like Amazon or through shipping like UPS or whatever. There's no reason for a release to go like this. and it's stupid. I don't know why, because Sony's a pretty smart company, but I don't know why that happened. Xbox their release seemed to go much better, but they sold a lot less than what I think. From what I saw numbers somewhere saying that like Sony outsells Xbox like 3-1 or 4-1. So, but go ahead, Norton. What do you got to say about this?
You could easily, if they released it in the store, you could easily get one now. All you have to do is cough or sneeze, and then you got a 6-mile buffer around you. So,
yeah, but you can't
now. I've been an Xbox guy since the Xbox 360.
Yeah, you got the Xbox physique, so.
Oh.
Too much Mountain Dew and Cheetos.
Hey, we all had our time. Yeah, I used to pull the couch way too close to the TV, fall asleep like maybe this far away from the screen.
You shouldn't make those hand gestures, just so you know.
Grab a carton of ice cream. No, those were my summer
carton
nights.
Of ice cream.
Carton of ice cream. Hey, it wouldn't be gone in one night, but it was easier than getting a bowl.
Allegedly.
Yeah, that's right. You started. You started at night and finish it in the morning.
Technically true.
You're one sandwich away from fat.
So I finally got a PlayStation 4 when it was, $75 at Disc Replay.
Yeah.
6 months ago or wherever. And I only got it to play MLB The Show. And then about a week later, they announced that MLB The Show would be on Xbox the next year. So that was a waste of $75. But bleeding into that next question, you go on to how it ties into a question here, because that's more where I have input here.
All right. Well, let me add one thing in. I did the opposite as you. I was an Xbox guy from day one. Like I was hardcore. I coached a gaming team. They competed, in MLG pro gaming and stuff. So I was all Xbox, but I had bought a bunch of accessories for the Xbox 360. And then they announced in the Xbox One that none of these, and this was hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. It was an actual Ion drum kit, really nice drum kit, electronic drum kit. It's basically a pro drum kit, but set up for Xbox to play Rock Band and all that stuff, which is, fun to play with the kids and stuff. But so I have this $300 drum kit and all these other accessories. And then they announced that nothing was going to be backward compatible. So all that shit that I had was worthless. And so I said, fuck you, Xbox. And I sold it the next day and bought a PlayStation, and it's been PlayStation ever since. Not that I hate Xbox, but I'm pissed off at the way they dealt with things, and I'm not going to buy their stuff anymore. So tying into the question, my boy, Mike Zickus, Dr. Zickus. Now I don't have really a great educated answer to this because I don't have the PS5 yet. So I wasn't able to play it, and I'm not going to buy it for the old generation. Even if you can upgrade, you got to pay extra, and I'm not going to pay extra just so I could play it for, 3 weeks ahead of time. But he wanted to know my thoughts on the new Call of Duty. I did play the beta version of it. I thought it was pretty fun. It's kind of goes back to the old version of Modern Warfare with the smaller maps and smaller groups and stuff like that. I play Warfare now, which is 100 players.
Warzone, you 78-year-old man. Go back to Vietnam.
I play Warzone, and I like playing that because I'm not gonna outshoot anyone in a gunfight. I'm just not.
You're not going to outrun anybody either.
Hey, I could still outrun you, both you gentlemen. I
doubt it.
Absolutely not.
With my busted hip.
I've got longer legs than you have height in general.
Mr. Norton, you don't realize I was one of the fastest guys.
Emphasis on the was.
Fast. I still run fast.
Okay, so finish what you were saying. You were one of the fastest.
That's why the Richards football team went 1-8.
I ran a 4.4 flat in the 40, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm not even bullshitting you. I ran 10.6 in the 100 meter. So I guarantee I can outrun you, even at 46 years old and being 30 pounds heavier than I was when I graduated. I could still outrun you. I guarantee it.
30 pounds.
And I'll bet you on it.
Hey Sangus, can we get a check? Is he only 30 pounds heavier than when he graduated?
He looks like a bowling
70
ball.
pounds. I could be 70 pounds heavier, and I'd still beat your ass.
We'll see. Maybe we'll have to do that sometime.
I would be glad to do it. I will still do it to this day.
I don't know, Gate. Norton's got some wheels, especially when you tell him it's almost 11 o'clock and he's got to run home to mommy.
Yeah. Oh.
We have losers. We have losers.
There you go.
I threw away my phone case after that because it smelled like the ice rink and it just smelled god awful.
We're not going to whine here. Pittsburgh can whine. Pittsburgh whines enough for the whole league, so there's no room for any other team to whine.
I also split those jeans like the next day.
I know. Yeah, Stankus and yeah, actually the governor was there for that too.
Yeah.
The great governor, William J. Lepetamain. And I know he's going to watch this. So even though he's not on Twitter anymore, he is going to watch this. So
I have a gaming review if you'd like.
Do you have a gaming review?
Yes.
Go ahead.
It's not really mine, it's the wife's, but
Hashtag
we bought what is it, an NHL 20 or 21, whatever the new one is.
Yeah.
She played it, I watched and tried to create a team. Long story short, that was 3 hours of our lives we'll never get back, and we haven't played it since.
I mean,
that's a great review.
Create a team.
Tried to have fun, and no, just
yeah. I haven't tried any of the new games, but from what it looks like, from what I saw, it looks like it's pretty good.
The NHL or Call of Duty? What are you talking about?
Call of Duty.
Yeah, so I finished the campaign yesterday because I didn't work today, so I knew that I could kind of stay up late.
You rebel.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. The story is sort of confusing, but fun nonetheless. The multiplayer, there are kinks to work out. Right now, the motion kind of seems wonky. There were a lot of people that were complaining that the graphics aren't as good as the Modern Warfare game that came out in 2019, and that had this game come out before the game that came out in 2019, nobody would really care about the graphics, but because it seems like a step back, that's the issue. I've gathered that it feels more like a Rainbow Six game if you've played any of those before.
I love Rainbow Six. That's what we competed in MLG.
All right, yeah. The movement and the and like just certain things about it just kind of remind me more of that than of an actual Call of Duty game. Other than that, I've enjoyed it so far. There's a new VIP game mode where it's like search and destroy, but instead of planting a bomb, you're just protecting a single VIP on your team.
Yeah. And he only gets like a pistol, right?
He only gets a pistol with like a red laser dot or a laser sight on it. And that to me has been fun. Other than that, I guess I really enjoyed Modern Warfare, so it's kind of tough to top that for me.
I played GoldenEye back in the day. That was a pretty good.
I think I have my Nintendo 64 with it. I'm
pretty sure that game is older than Norton.
Probably.
That's the last. That's the last nerd game I've played.
You were born in what, 99, Norton?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was around before you, yeah.
I was in 8th grade.
I don't even want to tell.
1997 game came out August 25th.
There you go. Yeah. That was the original first-person shooter for a console.
That game was awesome.
Yeah, I mean Counter-Strike was the original for the computer, but yeah, that was a good game.
And then
played Doom back in the day too.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
Okay,
where were you going, Norton? You were going to say something.
And then as for NHL 21, the changes to it have been so far, what I can tell, minimal, and they're more just aesthetic changes to the menus and stuff like that, which is fine. I think that the NHL games are far superior to the Madden ones. I think that their development teams have improved graphics over the years much better than Madden has. So for that purpose, I'm still having fun with it. It's whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't try and create a team because I'm not a fucking idiot, but
like me.
Ball
No, I
created teams.
I do the whole like, you know, be a GM franchise.
So here's what I don't get is the fact that I have begged you to play me, and you refuse to play me in NHL 20. You just refused. You were like, no, you'll kick my ass. You'll kick my ass.
Well,
I'm like, hey, I don't know if I would.
I didn't say I was good at it.
It doesn't matter. We could still have, a good time. We could still play a game. And you were like, no.
I've played online, but I had a real hard time lately because my PlayStation 4 is the 2G.
Okay.
It's the original version, and I have to do it on wireless. I can't do it wired, so I have a lot of problems getting online. Like, there's only certain times of the day when I could play Warzone or whatever.
Yeah.
Because my internet's so bad. If as soon as I get the new PlayStation, I'll play. I don't care, because it's 5G. So at least it'll keep up. But I get lagged out. So, but I tried to play online a couple times, and I had actually a couple of Twitch games. I did Twitch, but it was like late night when the internet wasn't bogged down. I mean, Stankies, you're literally on the same internet line that I am, so you might get the same lagginess that I get.
I really don't go on the computer or play online stuff. So
the last time he plays Descent with the joystick.
His Atari gets online.
I play PlayStation 4, but I don't do online stuff.
I only do for the Warzone right now. But
I play my project cars and Formula 1, and that's it.
And plus, I have kids that play.
He plays with Matchbox cars and Matchbox cars, and just crashes them into each other and has a contest that way.
I actually have a feeling that my kids probably play Fortnite online with Norton.
I have not played Fortnite in 3 years.
I haven't played Fortnite ever. My son's trying to talk me into playing it, and I'm not just like,
don't worry about it. You're good.
I don't. He's like, oh yeah, it's just like Warzone. It's just like Warzone. You play Warzone all the time. It's just like it. He wants to play it because he wants me to go on there and play with him, but I'm not doing it. It's another another aggravation I don't need in my life.
Gate does not play with his kids. That's good.
Hey, I'm coaching my kid again. We play hockey. We just play real hockey.
What are you, like Tony La Russa? You took 10 years off of coaching, then you came back now?
No, I've been coaching for 2 years now.
More of an Adam and Drake LaRoche situation.
Oh. Ouch.
Props for
Watch
that
for
reference.
Stankus to cut up some jerseys in his closet soon.
Yes, there you go. All right. Let's see. We did. I talked about Alex Trebeck dying. He died. Eddie Van Halen died. That was sad because I'm a big Van Halen guy. But Norton, by the way, hashtag now Norton. Van Halen is a band that started in the late 70s and then through the 80s, and they changed lead singers towards the end of the 80s. One of the best guitarists that ever lived. Just so you know, you might want to look it up on the internet. One of these.
I didn't realize how much of a Van Halen fan I was until afterwards, after he passed.
Yeah, they got a lot of good music, and I was a big Sammy fan too. So
more of a Bee Gees guy myself.
Clearly.
Johnny Weir fan too.
Oh, great guy, very tremendous. He's doing a fantastic job.
Yeah. So I've always been a vocal Van Halen fan. It's my favorite band. So it was sad to see him go. I didn't realize until I found out afterwards that like he had, I mean, there were always rumors that he had cancer and he was sick and all that other stuff, but that he actually had stage 4 lung cancer in 2017, went and had some weird procedure done in Germany, came back and he lived for 3 more years. So, good for him. But he ended up getting a brain tumor.
Those Germans really know how to survive.
I cannot comment on Germany.
Did Eddie Van Halen also go down to Argentina and live out the last 2 years of his life?
No. Allegedly. We got to say allegedly.
Who are we talking about?
Eddie Van Halen, clearly.
Oh. I thought there was like an inside joke.
Adolf Van Halen. Alrighty then. Okay, so anyway, Sorry, I had to turn the screen off. It was going to die on me.
Just like
oh yeah, Trump lost.
Speaking of another death in this tank, it's
not yet.
Yeah, so Trump, well, at least it looks like. I don't know. We're doing this announcement at Trump's headquarters, and apparently, allegedly, he lost. Even though,
hey, remember when you guys had a show the last time that the election was called? We're kind of doing that now.
Yeah. Well, I actually peeling the curtain back here. I wanted to do another election night podcast, but we had other things going on, drama going on in the house.
While the world was burning down that night, me and the wife decided to burn the sheets down.
They built a pillow fort.
Oh, that's gross. I'm gonna throw up. That poor woman. That poor woman.
That may have been her joke too.
I've got a feeling she's in it for the green card. It's the only explanation I can find.
Wow. Ouch. I'm speechless. Yeah, I mean, we don't want to talk about. I don't want to sit here and talk about this too much, but the ridiculousness that's going on now, weeks later, is just embarrassing. Rudy Giuliani melting on national TV, and it's so embarrassing to be an American right now, honestly, because everyone's looking at this and just they can't. It's embarrassing.
Derek's meltdown was still better.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you know what? We couldn't have even recreated that. That was
like a slow, painful death.
Yeah, it was. I don't think he definitely wasn't ever the same after that.
You can't say he ate himself into like depression because he was already fat as it was.
That's kind of a common theme around here.
Round is a shape.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't know. That's where we are right now with everything, with the Trump, with the Hawks, with all that stuff, with the hockey.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, what a time to be alive. We're all locked down, and it looks like we're going to have some more restrictions coming up lately, or in the future, near future. I don't know. It's kind of a day-to-day thing, which is kind of how it was when it started. But I mean, they said that there was going to be the second wave of COVID, and then now there is a second wave of COVID. So big, it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone that that's what's going on right now.
Yeah, I'm probably going to lose my job.
Luckily, that's one problem I haven't had. Jobs secure. So, because a lot of people are buying a lot of things in technology.
Okay.
So,
something interesting happened in the football game.
Well, that'll be the first time.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson is 18 points. That's all I care about.
Does he get a point for every time he kneels?
Oh,
such a dick.
Here we go.
Such a dick.
Here we go. So,
job security is a fun thing, though.
Well, yeah, of course. Oh, speaking of job security, your old friend from Twitter that you used to work with, the Zamboni driver, he actually wanted to. He wanted to talk about the Trumpster. He wanted to know what you thought about it, Pat.
We're live. Keep that in mind.
Yeah,
and I've got a career ahead of me.
Out.
Let me know if I should leave the chat room for a minute.
Oh, I was waiting for my internet to go out.
Oh, look at the internet went out.
I was kind of hoping it would.
Yeah. No, we don't have to touch that. I think we know wherever he stands on this. I don't want to get too crazy.
Hang on, let me grab my tinfoil hat.
Oh boy.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Yeah, my boy Alex Jones there. He's a little nutty.
Nuttier than rat crap in a pistachio factory.
Exactly. He's entertaining, though. I will give him that. He's entertaining, but he is nuts. He's out of his fucking mind. So I was going to try and put some lists together, some little lists we could kind of talk about a couple things we could kind of riff off.
Road trip snacks. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, no, we already did that. Didn't you win that one? Isn't that?
That's how that was
how you
my
became
start.
part of this.
Somehow that became a lifetime contract.
Yeah.
Put my number in the rafters.
There you go.
Put my hostess donuts right up in the rafters.
So our girl Beth, I want to start off with her because she submitted this one. She wanted to know what our favorite meals from the Rockford Olive Garden were. And I actually posted, if you guys click on the link, you can actually look at the menu if you'd like to choose anything. And
it's the pasta fajoule and the endless breadsticks.
I knew Norton was going to know right off the top of his head. What about you, Stankus?
Fun fact. This past weekend, the wife and I did a crock pot recipe that was like the Olive Garden chicken, and it was fucking fantastic. That's all I need to know. I don't know what it was called, but it was some sort of shredded chicken, some little noodles, some cheese, some pepper. Throw it in a crock pot. It was fantastic. Throw the Olive Garden Italian dressing in there. Oh, it's fantastic.
I will say that there's a dish. What is it called? I just saw it. Tour of Italy. That's it. The Tour of Italy is mine. I have to agree with the breadsticks too. The breadsticks are good. The
sure.
good. But the Tour of Italy, which is it's like a chicken parmesan, some like it's like tortellini or not tortellini, linguine, and then some lasagna. It's like 3 small portions, so you get a little bit.
You can't go wrong with chicken parm and lasagna.
Lasagna, yeah. The fun fact: the wife and I, my real wife, the wife.
We got 135 days.
Who's your fake wife?
No, I don't have a fake wife, but Stankus is still technically engaged. They
135
haven't
days.
consummated the marriage yet, even though she's hashtag the wife. We made bison stroganoff the other day, which was really good. If you've ever
that's what the Kleenex are used for in my house.
Stroganoff. Nice, very nice. Nicely done, Mr. Norton. Nicely done.
I have a joke, but I don't want to say it.
Go. Don't be a coward.
Well, here it comes. Here it comes.
Hey, that's exactly what I was saying earlier.
Oh, what the hell? I tell the wife sometimes, I go, if you want to have sex, stroke it twice. If you don't, stroke it 200 times. You're going to edit that one out?
I can't edit it out. This is live. There's no editing out now.
Yeah, good.
I will say, though, over the year, we did how many? We did almost 100 podcasts. I don't remember anything being actually really edited out. There may have been one thing or something, but I don't think
the joke was a real hit.
Yeah. I never really edited anything out, so that's why I wasn't too worried about going live here.
It's a joke. Remember when people used to laugh?
I mean, hey, that's a good joke. I mean,
Yeah, that's funny.
It's funny because it's true.
Never apologize for having a sense of humor.
Yeah. So
if
that's
lightened up, it'd be good.
Was that your answer? Is your homemade Olive Garden recipe?
No, I just thought it was a coincidence that we actually did that over the weekend, and it was fantastic. I don't know what it was called, but Olive Garden for me, whenever we go, is usually a lasagna thing.
Lasagna. Calamari is a big hit in my house. My kid will eat 2 full plates of calamari at dinner. I don't know why. That's a lot of calamari, but he likes it. So anyway, all right, cool. Thanks, Beth. Thanks for asking that. The Olive Garden, or Rockford Olive Garden, the best Italian restaurant in Rockford. You guys can, we'll take some advertising dollars for
also,
that.
Stank is definitely lagged out again.
Great.
Frozen hasn't said anything, and his internet was starting to go to shit a few minutes ago too.
It was you can't see it. I tried to switch to the gallery view so everyone could see, but I can't. He'll be back. So anyway, back to the outline. I will. Al Samaglia ask a question. I think he had the wrong podcast. He was thinking that I was going to do a ring cast, but I'm going to answer his question anyway. He wanted to know if the Blackhawks were going to trade anyone before camp or the season. I mean, he knows better than I do, but I think they have to, because they have too many defensemen. If they want to make room for Ian Mitchell, they're going to have to free up a spot to do that. Otherwise, they're going to have to carry 8 defensemen, and good luck getting any playing time. And other than that, I don't think you're going to see anything.
I think regardless of what they do, it's not going to have any consequence.
No, I'm with you on that. I totally agree with that. It's not going to make a difference. They can't. They don't have the assets to send out to bring in a player that can actually make a change. So.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's just not going to be. I think when people ask, and Al certainly isn't a part of this group, but if you were to group up the specific people that say, "Oh, the Hawks need to make a trade," without any general knowledge behind it, they'd think that you're talking about one of the bigger name players, one of the core pieces from the Cup runs. You're not going to see a player traded like that, because what's the market for those guys that's realistic at this point in time, in the era of having to manage the salary cap being flat with COVID and stuff like that. So I just don't think that I don't think that there's anything available out there, unless you're just trading away name any defenseman in the bottom. Name a bottom tier defenseman on the Blackhawks. It's not difficult to do, but that's what you'd be sending out, right?
Yeah. I mean, it would be like DeHaan or Connor Murphy or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I didn't even think of those two, but yeah.
I mean, you're going to send them out. You're not going to get a return on those guys. No. You might get a draft pick or something like that. It's just to clear up space so that you have more room for some of these young guys. Because the Rockford literally has like 10 defensemen down there, and maybe a couple of those guys are going to go to Indy, but like they're full of defensemen. They have way too many defensemen. They need to get rid of some of them if they want. And this is, who knows even when this league's going to play. I mean, right now the players are unhappy with wanting, a rollback. With the owners are going to want to roll back on salaries. And there's so many other logistics as far as arena, setting up arenas and all that other nonsense. So I don't know. There's going to be a lot I don't know. They want to start like February 1st or January. They wanted to try to start January 1st, but I can't see that happening. And February 1st might not be happening either. And then on top of that, they have to be done by the time the Olympics come, because the network that broadcasts their games is NBC, who's going to be covering the Olympics. So they're not going to cover the NHL over the Olympics.
So then here's what I want to know, another part of it. The NHL, I'd seen like the rumor, whoever really had it, that the NHL was considering a 62 game schedule that started after New Year's, right? Did you see a similar report?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of reports, but yeah, I did that one too. Yeah.
So, oh Jesus, I didn't realize Fatrick was back. Scared the shit out of me.
You must have Al's internet connection or something tonight.
Speaking of Al, yeah.
Fudge. Oh, so what's stopping them from doing something like the 48 game schedule that they had in the shortened season in 2013?
I think the contention is that they're not sure if 48 games is going to be worth it. Opening up buildings, the travel. They might just take a huge loss by doing that. It might be better to just push it until the next season instead of opening up, because they're not going to make any money. They're not going to have people in the stands. So they're going to have to weigh, I guess they have to hit a certain amount of games for the network money, for the NBC money coming back at them to be worth it.
Because basketball is like 70.
Yeah.
On local carriers.
They said something like 60 games or something.
Why can't the NHL do 69?
Because that would be so
the first
cool.
time you ever saw it.
Oh, don't make me think about that, Norton. That's a visual I don't want to see.
Can we mute him?
Like we used to do to Harms.
Yeah.
No, just make me write all the 9 o'clock recaps.
Better yet, we'll give you the Jim Crest Jr. treatment and send you off to an island.
That's really rolling one back there. That is
again. I'm laughing, but I don't really know what it's about. So.
You're the Adam Hess of this podcast.
All right, I know exactly what that's about. So
now that's offensive. I got to stop you right there. That's offensive. So anyway, we were talking about Alex Magley asked the question about the Blackhawks, whether they're going to make a trade before the season starts. I said, if anything, it would be a defenseman, but it's not going to make a difference. Or actually, Norton said it's not going to make a difference, and so forth and so on.
Can they trade the whole team?
You'd think.
That's kind of what Gate's doing. He's going to the Kraken.
Yeah, they traded. They traded.
Way to give up.
Amateur bloggers. Yeah. That's what they did.
I'll be at. You could follow me on @the_rink Hollywood soon.
Rink Hollywood. Actually, there's @the_rink beer. It was the beer league for the rink. I didn't start it. I think the good governor did. Oh man, we just got a question for Norton. Does Norton still think Trubisky is the Bears' savior?
All right. So who said this? Can we get a? I would like that person called out.
It's Fatrick's old friend that he used to work with, the Zamboni driver.
No.
No.
I'm pretty bummed out about it.
Boy, real insight there.
Here, hold on. Give me a minute.
Uh-oh, he's going to bring out the fart mic.
Boy, the service
Please
at the
keep your
Hilton.
pants on, Norton. I know you're 21, but...
Is he staying at a Comfort Inn or a Hilton?
This is not a Red Band podcast. He just took off. All right,
he's about to come out of the closet.
Actually, I thought the Bears fan base was being too hard on Trubisky. Honestly, that was my thought, but by no means am I a Bears expert. I thought they were being a little too hard on Trubisky. But Nick Foles came in, same thing. Basically, the Bears ruin any quarterback they get in their system, and it's been that way for almost their entire existence. So,
what's football?
In the arms of an angel.
That's horrible singing there.
Yeah, you're welcome. All-state choir, fuck off.
See, you were the all-state choir guy. I was the track guy.
Hey, Norton, I got a couple Bears jerseys you might be interested in.
Yeah, who you got?
Marion Barber and Roy Williams.
You only could have topped that with like Sam Hurd, who's doing I think 10 years for coke possession.
Yeah, he was pretty good at snorting the chalk lines on the field.
Here we go.
What was the Bears thing that I put my headphones on back on for?
Why do you look like John Madden?
If you think Trubisky,
Why do I look like John Madden? Because my hair's sticking up in the back.
You look like you're about to down a turducken for Thanksgiving.
Oh, boom! I can't do a John Madden.
Do you think Trubisky's
really
the savior? Do you still think Trubisky's the savior? That's
no. I think that he'll be fine and a serviceable backup in any other spot, but Chicago with any sort of competent offensive coordinator.
Chicago ruins quarterbacks. They
Chicago, yeah. It's a bummer because I really thought that they were going to turn a corner with this coaching staff and with this front office, and it just never came to fruition. So that was kind of disappointing.
Yeah, it's disappointing to everybody in Chicago because they
somebody had I think it was Tom Waddle had a good point the other day. That was the Bears front office. This regime has exhausted every avenue for acquiring a quarterback. They signed Mike Glennon, they drafted Mitch Trubisky, and they traded for Nick Foles. Those are the only three ways in which to acquire a quarterback, and all of them have flopped. So at some point you got to look at that and say, clean house, start over. So it's a bummer because what?
Can they bring Jim McMahon back?
Wishful thinking. I've always said, and I don't mean to sound like a sentimental prick, but if you give a quarterback with if you had a quarterback with the brains of Jim McMahon and the football brain of Jim McMahon, and
you don't want his real brain.
Yeah, and the he
goes to the quiet room a lot,
and the body of either, you could even toss in the body of Mitch Trubisky because he was more than physically capable, but even just like the body of Jay Cutler, you have one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play football, and easily the greatest in Bears history. But
better than Cade McNown?
Way better than Cade McNown. I'll tell you what,
Stewart?
he'd be better than Shane Matthews. That's how good he'd be.
Ooh. I didn't think he had that in him.
Cordell Stewart.
I have a Cordell Stewart signed. What's the butt pad that you'd put on the bleachers?
A seat cushion?
Yeah. Seat cushion. Thanks. Yeah.
A butt pad.
You've got the Sean Connery clip that you can play now for me forgetting butt pad.
Yeah, I don't.
Anal bum cover. Yeah,
that's anal. I would have pulled that today, but I didn't think that there ever would have been a reason to play it. I guess I was wrong. So I thought Cutler got a raw deal because I thought he was a better quarterback. I'm starting to think
his decision making was bad, but he got no favors from the coaching staff and from the front office that was here.
No,
they should have drafted Joey Harrington back in the day.
Yeah, sure. How about Vinny Testaverde Jr.? I think he'll come out of college soon.
I could care less about football.
I'm kidding with you. I don't know.
I haven't been able to stomach football for a long time.
Yeah, I still watch it every Sunday because I hate myself.
And my favorite team is the Washington football team, or at least it was. Yeah, and they don't even have a name anymore. So that's how good it's going there.
This is the guy who's about to become a Kraken fan.
They're better than the Washington football team. That's for sure.
I'll be the judge of that.
All right. So we got a couple of other things we could talk about. We could talk about, because I brought it up earlier, I brought the RC, although I think a lot of people are going to agree with me on this, which is the best soda, or if you're in Chicago, with the best pop, and or the best Thanksgiving foods. What do you guys want to talk about?
Are we going to do them both?
I would say
do both, or we could just do one of them.
We both just said both, and you were like, or one of them. I think you want one of them.
Talking, I can't hear you when you're talking over each other. I can't hear you, unfortunately. All right, let's start with sodas. Best sodas, or pops in Chicago. Mine favorite, Squirt.
Yeah, you seem like a Squirt guy.
that's the top echelon of Squirt. I love Squirt. I could do some root beer. I do like the only thing that, and
I'm taking them all. Shut up. You say one and then move on.
We can have a couple. You can have a couple. There's a lot.
We'll cycle back.
All right, go ahead. Go.
Me?
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper, by far.
Okay.
You asshole, you stole mine. I'll do you one better though. Dr. Pepper and the cream soda. Have you had that one yet?
My wife just brought that home yesterday, actually.
That's fantastic.
My wife. Yeah, she brought that home yesterday. I didn't.
That was the
I'm not a big
worst Borat impression that I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, John Madden.
Cherry 7-Up is also very good too.
Yeah, it is. The cherry Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi's not too bad.
Cherry Pepsi is really good too.
Yeah. I'm good on that. But if I had to choose anything in a store, I'm going to get Squirt because I like grapefruit. I'm a big grapefruit guy. I do like root beer too, but yeah, go ahead.
What's your preference between what's the one in the gray can or in like the silver
50-50?
can? No, the root beer. So you either have Barks, A&W, or Mugs.
And Dad's.
Dad's, yeah.
Dad's is the best.
Barks was good. I think it's in the silver can.
Yeah, Barks is the silver can.
Yeah.
My favorite, it's not like in the area you have to drive for it, but Dog and Suds in Wisconsin.
Oh, that is good. Yeah. It comes in a big glass bottle.
Yeah. That was my favorite stuff. My dad and I would drive up there and get some. R.I.P.
Got anything else to add to the Stankus?
I said Dad's root beer.
Yeah.
A&W is pretty good too.
Yeah, I'm a big. I go off the. I don't drink a lot of cola. To be honest with you, the RC is just a special thing. But I've got a whole fridge full of Diet Squirt. Just every once in a while, I'll dig into it. What was that you were holding up there, Norton? Help. No one can see that, if you're not talking.
Help.
There you go. All right.
No, you go on. No, you go for it.
I'm done with sodas. So if you guys got any more you want to.
Pepsi or Coke?
If it's diet Pepsi's better. But if it's just regular, fully leaded, I say Coke.
You can get the Mexican Coke with the sugar in it at Costco right now. They're selling the big cases of it.
Actually, that pop that they have at all the burrito places, the Doritos or whatever they're called, are fantastic.
Those are so good.
Mm-hmm. Now you know why my teeth is going to hell. All the sugar in that pop.
Give us that big smile. Can't see it because you're not talking.
Oh, here. If you put it side by side of being the Toledo Walleye mascot, it's pretty close.
Okay.
Look up the Toledo Walleye.
Oh, I've seen it. I don't know how many people that are actually listening or watching.
Put it on the whatever web page, whatnot, when you post the link.
Okay, I'll put it in the description for you.
Yeah. Boy, you are a terrible producer.
If they make it 2 hours into this thing. Otherwise, you're just going to be like, why is there a Toledo Walleye picture on this page?
Right in the caption, must make the 2 hours to get that joke.
Oh, okay. All right, let's move on to...
you're turning into Derek now.
Oh, come on now. That hurts. That hurts me at my core. Maybe Norton. If I was turning into Norton, then that wouldn't hurt as bad. But so we also have Thanksgiving foods. This could go anywhere, honestly, because it's not specific. I just said best Thanksgiving food since Thanksgiving coming up next week. We could talk about that a little bit. So Norton, you started off. I don't want you to cry if I say too many things in a row.
All right, fuck off. I guess it's dressing because it's not in the turkey, but you can just stack high some dressing for me.
Heavy on the celery or no?
I don't really notice it that much, so it doesn't matter. I'll eat whatever the hell you put in front of me.
Clearly.
Hey, that was word of the night.
You waddled your fat ass into that one.
That was a soft pitch fastball. I'm fucked.
That was like the 90-mile-an-hour fastball that Schwarber hits. The only pitch he could hit.
You're telling me that you wouldn't want him in your DH spot right now?
No, I wouldn't.
Then you're lying to yourself.
They do have a Abreu because he doesn't necessarily always play first base. He's pretty good.
He is.
I can't wait to get my La Russa .08 jersey.
Why did they do that? Why did they hire that fossil?
There's nothing better than the fact that everybody shit their pants when they heard that the charges were being dropped, only just to find out that they're just being refiled in a different jurisdiction.
What's the difference? You just elected a fossil to be the president.
They're both fossils. Let's be honest here. They're only a couple years apart. Let's get
Bidensaurus Rex.
Let's get some Utes in there.
Norton, run for office.
Why? I've got too many skeletons in my closet. Or as the Kansas athletic director would put it, dead hookers in my closet.
Oh boy.
Yeah, actual quote from a not a deposition, but that was reported, is that the athletic director, when he fired the football coach, was trying to find just cause to not have to pay him his buyout, and he told people to do everything that they could to find some dead hookers in his closet.
You just have dirty tissues in your closet.
He's got a bunch of towels standing up.
I was gifted
it better than me. Yeah, you got a better.
Hey, I was gifted the lifetime subscription to the wife's OnlyFans, so. I've seen her. I've seen her naked more than Fatrick.
Oh.
Allegedly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fake news. All right. Best Thanksgiving foods. Let's get back on track here. We went from
Norton's claiming he's seen you naked.
I'm putting this down. I don't want her to know who I am.
It wasn't me. Should be throwing eggs at my house. I didn't do it. I had nothing to do with it.
You're not going to like this tomorrow when you listen to it.
It's Patrick's fault.
Sure, blame it on him.
I just got a refill.
Well, there you go.
You might want to open that slow. I may have shaken it.
Whoa. Hello. Phrasing.
You should try that, though. That's really good.
A few seconds in Fatrick's life.
I've got a new mixologist right here.
John Taffer in the flesh.
Shut it down.
I told you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you.
Hi, guys.
Bye. Hashtag the wife making an appearance.
Yeah, see, Mike Melberry would hate my setup because I've got women distracting me, unlike what he said in the bubble.
It was so dumb.
It was funny. It was a joke, people.
It was a bad joke.
It was funny.
It was a bad joke.
Can we talk about Roenick and his
what was funnier, the joke
Catherine
or him
Tappan
jumping
story?
over the boards to beat the shit out of somebody?
With a shoe?
He had the Ron Artest movement there.
Meta world peace. Get it right. God.
Whatever.
Tasteless piece of shit.
Wow.
Talking about Ron Artest, not you.
Here we go. We're really going down the rabbit hole now. Talking about basketball, something I haven't watched.
Actually, I think that
almost
might have
190.
happened like 15 years ago tonight.
Ron Artest?
The Malice in the Palace.
Actually, I saw that on Twitter. It was like 2 nights ago, but you're
Was
close.
it?
Very close.
I
yeah.
remember because I had just come back from Wyoming after I failed out of college, and I was painting my room when that happened.
Black? What were you painting it?
I actually went. If you've ever been to the Mexican restaurant Pepe's, I painted my bedroom blue and orange in Pepe's colors. So
remind you of better
story.
days or what?
So he can always be remembered. He can always remember tacos.
Yes. Yes. Can we talk about the elephant in the room that will come back in a week and a half?
Yeah, go ahead.
The McRib, baby.
Oh. And you're
also
gonna
coming
be
back in a week and a half.
You're going to be a
Patrick's
frequent flyer
cholesterol
over there.
problems.
What's that? No, hey, you're wrong. I'm looking it up right now. It was 16 years ago tonight, The Malice in the Palace.
Was it? All right.
Yeah.
Fair
November
enough.
19th, Friday, November 19th, 2004.
Boy, that's a deep cut right there.
Yeah, I remember random crap like this.
If you could remember some other things, you might be helpful.
I do okay, just so you know, with work related stuff.
It's just the non-work related stuff that you don't
No,
do.
I'm actually better at non-work related stuff, but I'm
Oh,
actually pretty good at work related stuff too.
All right, back on track. Thanksgiving.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to take you off the tracks.
So stuffing, but I don't like it in the turkey. So whatever.
Yeah, you know what? Stuff your mouth shut.
Wow, that refill really got him fired up. What'd she put in there?
Big Machine vodka and some I don't know that. It's
Oh,
black
that's
cherry.
good. I love that stuff.
Yeah, and vodka.
The fizzy, I call it fizzy water.
Yeah, it's the don't open it too fast water.
Yeah. That stuff's actually really good. Let's see. Oh, are you guys a white meat or dark meat?
Oh, I'm a breast guy.
I'm partial to the thighs.
Allegedly. I'm a white meat guy myself. I will only.
Yeah, it's got to be white meat. Tastes better.
But I have a family that will fight over the turkey neck, so I won't. But my family will.
My grandpa was a huge drumstick fan. Whenever we carved the turkey, it's like you always had to leave the 2 drumsticks for him.
I know I'm going to catch a lot of flack for this. But breaking news, and I don't have the soundboard on because the battery's going to run out on me. But breaking news, I do not like chewing meat off a bone. I won't.
I agree with you. I can't do it anyway.
Well, yeah, because your teeth.
So how does that make you partial to boneless wings then?
Yes, I will only eat boneless wings. I won't order regular wings. I don't like to chew. I have like this weird thing with like
disdain for like the gristly or like if like you have
animal
if you have
fat.
like a bad bite, it's going to ruin your whole night. It's going to ruin your whole meal. Yeah, I totally understand that.
Yeah,
I don't mind ripping the meat off the chicken wing, but we had ribs last week and it looked like I slaughtered a pig down in the kitchen. It was not a pretty look.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't like eating meat. The people who stick the bone in their mouth and actually like pull the meat
I know
off,
someone who does that.
Disgusting.
I know someone who does that.
I do too. His name is Uncle Roosevelt. God rest his soul.
Yeah, I know someone who just sticks it in and he's like, and just pulls it out, and I'm like,
it's gross.
I almost want to.
Can we get a muted GIF of what just happened in that little box
going,
on the internet?
Is it a GIF or a GIF?
It's a GIF.
To fuck off.
Yeah. So I don't like the drumsticks. I don't like the I like boneless chicken breast if I can eat chicken. If I'm gonna eat, and I can deal with steak, with a bone in it. I will cut around it, but I'm not chewing the meat off it. I'm not doing like a pork chop. I can.
It's got to be boneless. It's got to be a boneless pork chop.
Yeah.
Like the McRib.
Allegedly. I don't know if that's even pork.
It is. Even the bone is made of meat.
Well, yuck.
Wait till that picture comes out when me and the wife have a nice little dinner date at McDonald's.
I'll drive by and take the picture because we're right down the street. So
my photography skills are fantastic, as you found out on Halloween.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and allegedly, did you see that someone in our homeowners Facebook group took a video
of
the
neighborhood
us?
Watch.
Yeah,
turn around and watch the end of this football game.
Somebody's more interested in the over or under.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Anyway, back to food. My mom was always known for her mac and cheese. She made mac and cheese differently. It was like baked mac and cheese with very long hollow noodles and way different and very rich. But she crisped the cheese on top and all that stuff. That was like always Thanksgiving for me. I don't know that I have necessarily like a real favorite dish. It's kind of like, it's all okay. It's all pretty good. I don't really have anything that really stands out anything more than another though.
I was like that too, where it's like everything was pretty good. You had your stuffing, mashed potatoes, peas, whatever. But then last year I was introduced to cheesy potatoes. Holy shit. Game changer.
That sounds good.
Game changer.
That sounds really good.
Game changer.
It changed the game.
So what he's saying is it changed the game. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got more game than Colin Delia will ever have.
Oh, come on. What about Colin Kaepernick?
Who?
I got you. I shut you up on that one.
Who?
Yeah.
Sorry, I took a knee for that.
Oh, okay. See, I knew we had to get there sometime. I knew you were going to get there sometime.
Hang on. We the people.
I wish the soundboard wasn't about to die.
One listener will get that reference.
Yeah.
Might have used to work with him.
You might have. Yeah.
He'll get that joke.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, as far as like pumpkin pie, are you guys pumpkin pie guys?
French silk pie.
French silk, really?
Yeah.
I just saw the defensive end for the Arizona Cardinals essentially just pull down his pants and moon it.
And you turned and looked why?
No, I just turned back.
Oh, allegedly.
Yeah, okay.
You're a dick.
Anyway,
I did not miss this.
Apple pie, pumpkin pie. What are we on for desserts here, boys?
French silk.
Yeah.
But
The Baker
pumpkin's not
Square.
bad either. Oh yeah.
I mean, in fairness to in talking for the holiday itself, I think pumpkin is more traditional.
Yeah.
Agreed.
French silk, you're probably not going to find at too many Thanksgiving tables.
You will at mine.
Yeah, absolutely. It's far and above the best one.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say pumpkin. My high school, we used to sell, our choir program used to sell cheesecakes.
Oh,
and
God.
there was a pumpkin flavored one. So good.
You know what's good is all this pie is like semi-soft foods, and I'll probably have to be eating that for a couple days coming up. So,
hey, Fatrick, do you go back far enough where you would go get your pies from Poppin' Fresh?
No.
That's going to be someone. I hope somebody hears this and remembers that, because Poppin' Fresh was the place where you would get pies.
I used to have to deal with coming home from work with the line at Baker Square over in Alsip.
Yeah.
On the week of Thanksgiving, where they had the cops directing traffic.
Mm-hmm.
But now I don't have to deal with that anymore, so fuck them. Plus, that place is closed last I checked.
Yeah, well, Poppin' Fresh was, I think, the original, or Baker Square originally was Poppin' Fresh.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they changed names or whatever. It was called Poppin' Fresh back in the day when I was a kid. So there was one.
I mean, you're like a lot years older than me.
Yeah, I know. Don't remind me. That was at like 111th and Cicero.
Yeah.
Yeah. Originally was a Poppin' Fresh and then turned into a Baker Square.
Yeah, I used to work across the street from what is now the old Baker Square. And it wasn't Kmart.
There was wasn't there a Baker Square, or there it might still be there by the old Pro Jersey?
Yeah, I don't know if it's still there or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
The guys in Pro
really
Jersey are
anything is
real
over there.
dicks now.
Yeah, the Pro Jersey moved to a much nicer place. I don't know how they can afford it, but
no, everything's severely overpriced.
Yeah.
The guys are a bunch of dicks in there.
Why? Because they wouldn't sponsor us?
Part of the reason.
I can't imagine why.
Overpriced crap.
Yeah, I haven't been in there forever because
we were actually just in there like a week or two ago. And then they threw me out because I didn't want to wear a mask. No, we were in there, and it's just I don't know. It's like you have to have at least $10. And I'm like, I'm not paying $10 for a Cam Barker shirt. He hasn't been on the Hawks in 10 years.
Oh yeah, the
clearance rack ain't so fun anymore.
No, it's not. The clearance rack, actually, there's a lot of
there's a 7X Brett Favre jersey that's been on there for 4 years.
Yeah, and they still want like a shit ton of money for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like just get rid of it, like the Hawks did with my David Rundblad and your Ryan Garbutt. Like they were $30.
Well, they stopped making all those jerseys too, like all the random players. Now you can only get the status quo players.
Yeah, well, that's because they
want
changed
that.
so fast.
What's that?
That's because they changed so fast.
Yeah.
They print them and then they're already obsolete by the time they get them out on the rack.
I was kind of disappointed when I was moving. I found my Kruger shirt, and I looked at it, I go extra large, go, hey, I'll fit. So into the Goodwill bag that went.
Yeah, I saw that. I found the picture today because you could see that the picture of Derek Arms there when we were in Columbus when you had your Kruger jersey on.
Yeah. Now I whenever I travel to a new arena, I'm going to wear this is a shout out. I don't know if he's still alive or if he's going to listen, but whenever I go to a new arena now, I'm going to wear the Australian one, mate, that J Mac boy sent.
Oh, I've got one. Yeah, I got one too. That's in my closet.
Yeah.
Right?
We started watching. He'll probably cringe at this, but we started watching Married at First Sight Australia. So I picked up a wicked Australian accent. Piss in the wind and tell me it's not raining.
That was a worse accent than Richard Gere and Jackal.
Shut up.
It was
pretty home to mommy.
And by wicked, you mean bad. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
No, it wasn't.
I'm gonna have to add that into. Am I gonna have to add into the episode description? Fatrick unleashes his wicked Australian accent.
Well, mate,
Oh God, that's bad. All right, I think we're done with all the foods and stuff, so I think we're good. I think we've covered just about everything. It's been what, 2 hours, 20 minutes, something like that.
We've covered everything but Pritzker's waistline. We still got a few inches to go.
My brother lives in Gold Coast, and his building is kitty corner to Pritzker's place that he took all the toilets out of.
Wow, that is an interesting story.
And the apartment shakes every few minutes, so it's probably when he's walking around to the dining room.
Oddly enough, in my neighborhood, the ground shakes when Patrick comes home.
Down 10 pounds there, pal.
Me too, actually.
Yeah.
All that wedding weight.
Good to me. I'm down.
It's amazing what not eating after dinner will do.
I haven't learned that lesson yet.
No more Taco Bell runs at 9:00.
Oh, we still do that here.
We actually, our hearts were broken.
Illinois.
Our hearts were broken the one night. I don't think we kind of had a dud for dinner. So it was like 11:45. I'm like, I'll go run a Taco Bell. And I get into the drive-through lane at like 12:05, and they go, Taco Bell's closed. I'm like, what? Like my heart, you could see my heart break. It was like that Simpsons episode with Milhouse.
Was that before or after you showed up in the drive-through at Taco Bell behind me?
Oh God, that day was a long day. I pulled up behind you, and I was literally, I think it was 10:30, and I had left the house that morning at 7:15. I hadn't been home since. It was a solid 15.5-hour work day.
Yeah, imagine working, huh?
Yeah, I make the big bucks now, pal.
You're
I'm a VIP. I'm an essential worker.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, I work retail, so I'm still busting my ass.
He works at Pro Jersey.
Oh, yeah, I'm the asshole that you're talking about.
You might want to get a job at Seattle Suttons or Jenny Craig.
Ooh. Look at, he's too busy watching a football game. He's not even listening to you. He's passing you off.
Something about Jenny Craig, but I was more of a Weight Watchers kid.
Why don't you go run to Fantastic Sam's and get a haircut too?
Never heard of that.
Great clips.
Here, I'll fix it for you right there.
I mean,
I got the typical horseshoe pattern.
Yeah, I know. Like either one of us can talk about hair at all. I mean,
sorry that I use Head and Shoulders.
So do I. You don't want dry scalp.
Why don't you just use body wash? It's the same thing up there.
I have very fair skin on my head.
This is going.
Tell me a Bar Lever 2000 wouldn't do the trick for you.
I can't use
Lever 2000.
I didn't think you were old enough to get to say that.
My dad still uses it.
I'm not fully clean unless I'm zestfully clean.
What's the hair? What's like the shampoo and conditioner? It starts with a P. It's 4 letters. It's like plonk. Pert. Yeah, my mom bought me Pert once. My mom bought me Pert once, and I'm pretty sure my hair was about to fall out.
That's
what happened.
I would have thought you were a Garnier Fructis person.
I used to be. I'm more of a Pantene Pro V back in the day.
Yeah.
But then I had dandruff in like 6th grade and was super embarrassed about it. Switched to Head and Shoulders and haven't used anything else since.
I've been shaving my head almost as long as Norton's been alive.
Well,
I've never seen you with hair.
There are a lot of people that say, don't wash your hair every day. It's bad to like wash your hair every day. I wash my hair every day, and I have the thickest head of hair in my entire family. So.
I rinse and repeat.
And repeat and repeat and repeat.
And I use a bar of soap sometimes.
Yeah, actually, I use shampoo for. I use tea tree shampoo for the beard, and I do condition it, and I do put oil in it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. There's actually more treating of this chin hair than there was ever for the hair on my head.
Well, and you'd think it'd at least look good.
Well, this doesn't have to look good. I'm just letting it kind of grow out. Usually when I like, you can see in my wedding pictures, I actually trimmed it a little bit and shaped it. And I actually went to a barber shop and had.
Yeah. What sneakers were you wearing in that photo?
Yeah. We put, we got some custom painted.
I love it. I'm giving you shit, but it was fine.
Yeah. Chuck Taylors with, the whole family had them with skulls on them.
Nice.
They were painted.
Ooh, really?
Good touch.
And my tuxedo was from a vintage costume store, so it was
pretty close,
from the 1800s or something. It was made, but it's really nice quality stuff. Yeah. It's actually one of the places that like they make costumes for movies and stuff, and I ordered a tuxedo from there. And yeah, so
I'm going with the Men's Warehouse.
You didn't go to Ales Big and Tall?
No. But if you look up Tom Cruise in the movie Collateral, I'll be pulling off that look.
Are you gonna go? You're gonna grow out some gray hair?
I meant suit color.
He also wore a gray suit with a white shirt. It's in the movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be pulling off.
Yeah. Any tie? No tie?
Tie.
Okay. What color tie?
Gray.
Gray. All right. I got to know what it looks like so that I can blend in and pretend like I'm a part of the party. No, trust me. I'm a groomsman.
You look part of the Stakes family.
Yeah, we got the same amount of chins.
Oh,
that was good. Well, you brought your A game tonight, pal. I'm proud of you.
I know Norton was ready to go.
Hey, all I had to do was just not talk as much, and what little I said would come off as a little bit funnier.
So you're taking the place of Atomic Froster, is what you're
pretty
doing.
much. I miss him.
What's
I
he
miss
up
him
to
every
now?
day.
Yeah, I miss him too.
Is he still alive?
You know what? I think he got mad at me because I replied to a comment that he put on the rink page or something, and I tried to get a hold of him to see if he wanted to come on sometime, and he just never replied. So I don't know.
I only talked to him a couple of times, and it took him like 6 months for him to respond.
Yeah, he
it's through Fairy. It just takes a while.
Yeah.
he really took the parenting thing when he found out that he was having a kid. He really took that seriously, and it's fine.
Yeah, it'd be a real shame if you cared for your kid or anything.
Yeah. But he
tell the wife that her camming days are over when Stankus Jr. comes around.
No more OnlyFans.
Hey, you should know what that is, all right, old man?
I shouldn't know what that is. Come on,
Yeah.
It's all over the internet. I spend a lot of my day on the internet. So
You're about to say on OnlyFans.
no.
Our fives of fans.
Fives of fans. Yeah, we're down five. We're down to like ones of fans now. It's your ex coworker, and that's it. That's our only fan right now.
That was our only fan back in the day. So
yeah, well, actually, I got to be honest with you. The last one we did, we had a pretty good set of downloads. I was very impressed. Yeah.
How many were by Robert Stankus because he didn't know how to download something?
subscribe and unsubscribe and resubscribe.
Yeah, luckily it didn't keep any names, and because there probably were like 3 downloads from me and 3 downloads from you. And
I didn't download. I just went to the website and played it that way.
well, that's considered a download.
Oh,
yeah. All right. Anyway,
my future brother-in-law is a listener too.
Well, there you go.
Right.
My kid
That's
likes
a shame.
to do it too sometimes, which is not a good idea.
Your future brother-in-law is going to hear some bad things about his sister tomorrow.
I got news for you. Probably got beat the living shit out of you. So
you're going to have a visitor at your front door.
Trust me, I'm in a hotel. I promise.
What are you, Jason Bourne?
I don't really understand that.
Oh yeah, you probably don't get that joke because it's 20 years old.
Yeah.
No, I've seen all the movies 100 times over, but I just don't get the joke.
Whatever.
All right. We can wrap this shit up.
Yeah, play us out with extreme ways. See, I know what I'm talking about. Fuck off.
Really into that football game.
Well, he's
almost
got
as
money
if I
on
bet
it.
on it or something.
He's now a degenerate gambler.
I have a betting podcast. Let me plug it really quick.
Go ahead.
You can follow me at PD Norton 3 on Twitter, and you can follow the gambling podcast at The Campus Cover. I host it with my friend Cody.
Cody.
Sounds like a made-up name.
Is that with a K?
Yeah, he's Canadian. You wouldn't know
him. Is it Cody Franzen?
Yeah.
Cody Franzen. Yeah, Rockford Ice Hogs legend and now current Rockford Ice Hog Cody Franzen.
We host a live episode every week from the Olive Garden.
Nice.
Do you wear masks?
Not while we eat my endless breadstick.
Are you socially distanced?
Yes.
Right now we're socially distanced.
Can I point out the fact that Fatrick didn't hear that Cody Franzen is back in the system?
Oh, I heard. I chose to ignore it. I didn't need the hockey press coming after me.
Wow. Now there you go. Another deep cut.
Hey, can I tell the backstory of that photo that's in your background of me where I'm in my Hawks jersey?
Okay, let's see. I want to talk so everyone could see it. Go ahead.
So that picture in the back would be on Gates' right shoulder. That was actually when me and Uncle Rosewall and a couple other friends had gone down to Columbus, and we were going to do the Dagwood challenge of that 2.5-pound sandwich and a pound of fries he had to eat in a half hour. Well, little did I know the Hawks played Columbus in the afternoon that Saturday, and the night before I decided to drink a case of Labatt Blue. And
shocking.
Yeah, I was hurting pretty bad. And so we're leaving the hotel to go to the game, and Uncle Rosie puts the do not disturb sign on the door. And I was like, we're going to want clean towels because all 20 of those Labatt Blues came up. So I upchucked my night of drinking. And then we went to the game and got photo of the year, clearly.
Yeah, it is. Because if you look at the picture,
it's a rough picture.
Yeah, you can't see it because it's, I faded it out and stuff, and I made it small. But your hair is just hanging out of the bottom.
That's when I used to
sweaty mess.
Yeah, I probably was sweating with that blue for a couple of weeks after that.
Yeah, you look like you were in rough shape.
Yeah,
that's why
a
I picked.
One.
It was clearly, clearly I picked all your best sides when I picked pictures to put in there.
Clearly. Thanks for putting me next to Derek too, that fat ass.
Well, you see, if you look really close, Derek is he's in the tractor and he's shoveling up the dead elephant right there. That
I thought it would have been the corpse of Billy Polka. Or Billy Polka's hockey career.
I figured out it was a shout out to the Republican Party that just lost the election. They're dead there, and Derek is getting revenge in shoveling the carcass away. So
I thought it was Harambe.
I don't even want to go there. All right, let's wrap this shit up, right?
You said it 5 minutes ago. I was ready to
I know,
go to
but then
bed.
you guys just continued.
Because it's
I'm going to play the outro music.
This is
hate
Africa.
This song. I hate this song.
Yes, this is the best song ever. So yeah. Anyway,
Coming from a Van Halen fan. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna get out of here, and I don't know when the next time is gonna be. We're gonna do this, but hopefully it'll be sooner than 5 months.
8 months.
Whatever. I don't.
The last time.
I don't know what
the last time we did a podcast was before Patrick Kane had slipped one past the goalie.
Oh, there you go. So with that being said, thanks for downloading, listening, supporting us. Until next time, don't be a meathead.